Welcome to my world tour. This is the first world tour of my world. It's technically episode 21 is the time of this recording. So I think we'll get started, and we're here with Raiseworks right here,
Hello.
and then we have a bunch of my fans here. And right now we're in adventure mode, so people can't destroy stuff. So yeah. But they can't damage each other, so that's weird. Anyways, we're gonna start with the beginning of the world here.
Do you want to give a little backstory?
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good idea. So at the beginning of the world, or the series idea came from trying to get like items such as end portal frames, and just weird items throughout the versions of Minecraft, starting from betas and alphas. Although I started in beta 1.9 pre-release 3. And this was the 0, spawn point. And if we look over here, we'll see a glass pillar. This was kind of the first unobtainable feature that I got in this world. And strongholds generated with glass pillars going through them.
That was to let people find them when they first added them.
I believe so, or it was for the developers seeing how they're generating. And the other thing is a stronghold generated at 0, which is right there.
That's crazy.
And so I decided to set up my base near this stronghold here because it was the most discontinued thing. And so in pre-3 you could also blow up end portal frames and they would drop them, so I actually was able to collect those over here.
Maybe let me do an intro so I can
Oh yeah, go ahead.
kind of get the criteria that I was looking for.
Just go what's closest. So down on this pathway we can go to the killer bunny, which is something that took a lot of work
killer
to
bunny.
get.
Oh my goodness, I always wanted to have killer bunnies in survival.
So if we turn on this lamp here, hopefully there they are. Yep.
Wow.
There's two variants, the regular and the toast variant. So
Really? I didn't even know there was a toast variant. I suppose you renamed them. That's how you got it.
yes, so I breeded the original one, which is the one right there, with
Oh, you actually bred it and you got a killer variation.
yeah. So I only was actually able to spawn one naturally, which was I think over 40 hours of AFK at my peaceful mob
Wow.
farm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I know when they came out with the snapshot, we were designing a killer rabbit sorting machine. I think it's still on our creative world. But then they decided not to implement it into the full release because they thought it was not really Minecrafty. That's really cool. So you had to do this during a snapshot.
Yeah, and since this is a backup, you could open the glass and see them attack you if you'd like. I can do that.
Okay, we gotta do this. Hello, rabbit. Oh, wow! They're vicious.
Yes.
They are so vicious.
So now that they're loose in my world, I think we should move on.
They're so vicious. It's coming after me.
Yeah. Here I might.
It got me.
Uh-oh.
Was slain by killer rabbit or killer bunny. Killer bunny.
So it looks
Yeah, it's
like
rabbit type 101. That's crazy.
yeah.
Those things are really tough.
So it looks like I'm in
First-
spectator. Are you in spectator as well?
No, no. Yeah, now I am.
Okay. So we should probably maybe put everyone into creative so nobody dies anymore. So yeah, this would be 1.7 as well. The rabbit was 1.8 snapshot, so there's a little bit of an influx there, but yeah, this was just done with an easier type of update suppression. So it's still technically possible, but definitely easier in 1.7. So,
It does look really nice.
and it was done with 6-sided pistons, which unfortunately I couldn't keep for some reason. So, yeah, that was unfortunate.
They just convert or vanish.
Yeah, they just vanished. So that was actually what was next to the 6-sided birch bark, and or maybe
Ah,
there was a
okay.
cauldron there. Yeah, there's a couple things that disappeared in that building, unfortunately.
Wait, you got it. Oh my goodness. What?
And that's a real command block.
It's a real command block. That is a real command block.
Yes.
That is crazy.
So yeah, we have the dev heads, and then we have the guy who suggested the idea here. Yeah, so that was an interesting idea to do with 1.8.9 cross-world commands. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I was able to get commands to work in this world temporarily. So that's how I got a lot of these things. And you'll
So this
see,
armor is unbreakable. Oh, I see the unbreakable command. It's right underneath where it says +8 armor.
yep.
So that has a special tag you can apply to armor and only normally done using creative in commands.
And then I have a potion of poison that has a few extra effects.
Oh my goodness. That a pickaxe. So that's how they got 32k pickaxes. Essentially in 2x2t is they got them backdoored using commands.
Yep, which is essentially what I've done to my world, but controlled.
Wow, look at that attack damage. 16,000 attack damage. And then these potions, that is a pretty crazy potion. Duration of over 500 seconds on a bunch of stuff.
Isn't that minutes? I believe that's minutes.
Oh, that's minutes. Okay. That makes sense, yeah.
And
500
then
minutes? Dang.
the chests here are all NBT chests, which will contain something interesting later on. And yeah, I also got a few things up in this top chest, like double tall grass, large fern.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the barrier in the command. So here's the actual barrier and command block. And you got those by using backdoor commands as well. Essentially, you could run commands in survival.
Correct, yes. So yeah, now we can go ahead and I'll put everyone into game mode 1, I think. Okay. So I think next we can go back through this and we can go to the glitched Mesa. And also a glitched portal.
Yeah. Is that just from updating?
Yes.
I remember those. They just glitch out like that. And then, what in the world?
So this was a Mesa generated, and obviously there's no terracotta. So that was the glitch. Mesas without terracotta. And you can see where I stopped generating it in that version is right here.
Wow.
And thank you, Slim Jim, for the annotations.
That is crazy. They just forgot to put in the terracotta.
Yeah, so it was quite a fun little thing to show off, but now it's actually quite easy to get terracotta here. So that's nice.
So I guess I want to ask you a question. So how much like corruption with your world problems do you run into while doing these type of things?
So I make a backup every episode because of stuff like this. So yeah, quite a bit, especially when dealing with snapshots that have very game-breaking bugs. Sometimes the world can just crash and you'll have to go back and start from a backup again. So that's why I make very frequent backups. But generally, I have been on the same save file for actually like the past like 10 episodes, so it actually hasn't been that bad recently, but earlier on it was. If that answers your question.
Yeah. I can imagine, like on Project, we're scared to go into snapshots. That's one of the reasons we never go into snapshots, just because it seems like a lot of headache. You don't even know about problems that you can run into until you run into them.
Yeah, there's some things that, I've discovered just playing and not realizing that was going to happen. Like my most recent stream, I was building up a obsidian tower, and I pick blocked, and I also had a player head on my head, and it put the obsidian on my head. Although it was just a client side glitch, it was still pretty funny to see.
What?
Yeah, I can
That is
send you
crazy.
the clip if you'd like. There we go.
That's pretty cool. Oh, I didn't quite make it. I didn't quite make it. So you just shoved him onto air and it worked.
Yes.
That's pretty insane. Oh yeah, he barely made it.
It had to be a one tick piston pulse, but yeah. Looks like we're having some interesting.
So the way you did it as a diagonal, because if you would do it from the side, they would update the last one, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the diagonal, I could also do it so it's easier to showcase. Like, you can see a bigger difference, you know?
I mean, if you did it in a straight line, would it still be possible?
I believe so, yeah.
Shortest version or time period that you stayed on any specific version.
I would have to say it would be kind of the...
Or I guess you could say which versions for those two categories. What was it like the longest version you stayed on? What was like the shortest?
The shortest would probably be like the most recent thing I did, which was no AI villagers, but that's not in this world yet because I'm using the most recent backup. And then probably the longest version was the kind of 1.8 snapshots. So yeah, the Killer Bunny with 40
Killer
hours
Bunny?
just of AFK, plus a lot
Dang.
of other snapshots that I had to go to within 1.8. So yeah, definitely 1.8s, but it was definitely worth it. Yeah.
Killer Bunny is so cool. So powerful too.
Yeah, yeah.
And you said you started in beta 1.9?
Yeah, beta 1.9 pre 3.
And no. Just talk about the wiki. We already did that. And links, I'll have those. You can send me links. Do you want to go to some spot to do like the outro?
Sure, yeah, let's go up to... Well, let's go to the end because we...
Oh, I was gonna ask you about the Enderman. Did you ever get a? You didn't ever? Did you start the version where Enderman can pick up any block? Did you ever?
I did not because I really wanted to have that glass pillar in my world.
Okay. So guys, we got a sneak peek of PuffingFish's cool world here, where he tries to collect every single rare throughout the versions of Minecraft. Make sure to check out his series on his YouTube channel. You're on season 2 already, right?
Yeah, this world is the season 2 world.
Nice. And you have a lot more stuff to obtain before reaching the current version of Minecraft.
Oh yeah, plenty of stuff. We're gonna be, especially in like the 1.16 snapshots. Oh man, we have a lot to do there too. So there's a lot. There's a lot to look forward to, especially.
So yeah, guys, you guys can check out his series. I'll link it down below. Very interesting series. I really enjoy it because it really looks into the different little pieces of Minecraft that not many people know about, especially in snapshots, which is something Prototech doesn't even do. So you can learn about stuff like different rares that Prototech never will ever obtain in their world.
Yep, and hopefully, I get all the stuff I want to get done because some of the stuff is very time consuming. So, yeah.
And of course, guys, we have that wiki that the guys are putting together. So if you guys want to help out with that, you're more than welcome to.
Yep.
And we will be using that wiki as well. We'll be adding stuff to it. So hopefully we can progress not only Puffing's fish series here, but also all the rares we're trying to obtain on the project server.
Yeah, and this is actually the first documentation of this sort of thing I know of, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and big thanks to Blue Crab, who is putting it on.